What is up, folks? This is Aircast, and welcome back to Infinity Minecraft. Alright, so, as you can see in the bottom right-hand corner, I've been doing... Oh, it's a bad time for it to start backing up. As you can see in the bottom right-hand, I've been doing some more research on just various things that are around the base. But today, I want to go ahead and make some goggles. And the goggles are super important because they make life a whole lot easier because you can just see where the nodes are. Now you can't research these aspects from the environment that way. Say if I wanted to get this lamp here, I wouldn't be able to do that by wearing the goggles. That would be a little bit OP by just running around and looking at everything, and well, actually it would get a bit distracting as well because everything you looked at would pop up with these things in the middle of your screen, which would be kind of annoying. But yeah, I researched this horrible rainbow thing. Yeah. When you're doing this, you're constantly like, have I done this? Have I done this? Have I done this? Have I done this? But it works to your advantage. Actually, I don't think I've... There we go. I can get some more information there. Alright, so what do we need to do? So we're going to make these. We need 5 of most of the aspects and 3 of these 2, so we're not going to be too worried about it. Now we need some leather and 2 thermometers. And a piece of gold. So let's go ahead and grab the gold. We need to make another thermometer. Now this one can be made in this crafting table, as we've done before. Oh, yeah, okay. So let's go ahead and just make another one of these. Okay. And actually it's a good idea to have 3 of them because you need 2 for the goggles and then you need just 1 extra to be able to scan stuff. Alright, now we need 4 leather, if I remember right. And I think that is it, right? Oh, 2 gold ingots. I forgot to look at the bottom. Alright, gold. Now we are making quite a bit of power and we are actually running the quarry at the moment. So I'm making the quarry run as well as having all the ore processing and stuff in there. And we are actually still getting quite a bit of power. So that was a great investment. And as you saw, we actually have a bunch of unprocessed yellowite ore. So that's even, if we just do yell, we've got over 7,000 ingots. We've got still almost 100 blocks, and yeah, look at that. So it hasn't been running for that long, maybe a few hours, but we're bringing in enough that it's kind of ridiculous. Alright, so let's go ahead and get back to what we were doing. So we have our wand right here, but as you can see, I mentioned last episode that it actually has a higher V cost. The wand is at 110% average V cost. So that's not very good. But we can go ahead and make that better in a moment. So as you can see, 5.5 V for each and 3.3. So an extra 10% on the cost. Alright, but now we have the goggles of revealing. And these will allow us to see all the things. As you can see, there's a node right there. That's the node that we went after a little while ago. That was the very first node that we saw. So we can automatically see where that node is, which is very, very, very nice. It means we don't have to hold this thing up to our face all the time. And actually, I think you can combine these. You can actually combine these in quite a few different things. Let's go ahead and take a look up at the anvil to see if I can do that. If I can, that would be great. That means we don't need to make something. Oh my gosh. What the heck? What is going on there? Okay. I will be right back. Okay, so it seems to be fixed, and I'm not sure what the graphical error was coming from, but the table down there seems to be fixed as well. So can I do this? And it will give me revealing. Yes, it will. Hold shift. Okay. So let's go ahead, and that was 10 levels? Yeah. Okay, so I can do that easily. I actually ended up expanding this because I had a whole bunch of extra levels, 70-something levels from killing the dragon, so I didn't have enough room to store it all, so I ended up expanding it. So I have a lot of levels available at the moment. Now if we put this on, yep, we can see that down there. Now this can actually be done with a whole lot of different mods. It can be done with Blood Magic, it can be done with Botania, it can be done with a Void. I just loaded up the game. I had to completely restart it, so that's why there's nothing out that window. But yeah, so that is fixed, thankfully, and I can actually go out and see everything. If there's anything to be seen. You actually see the little particle effects there, but not the actual sphere. Alright, so what else did we want to do? We wanted to make a new wand, because the wand that we have will not do much at all. Now the new wand will also take a little bit of Perdito to make. Interesting. Okay, sorry, I had YouTube doing some work in the other window. Alright, so gold wand caps. This will also take a little bit, but not that much, and hopefully I can do both without needing to recharge, because you'll find that quite often you do need to recharge. Alright, so gold, and that will be plenty, and we also need some great wood, so I'll just grab this and do that. That is way more than I need. But that's alright. So let's do... Oh, is that not working? Alright, what does this say? Oh, I actually need the logs to do that. Okay, that's not a problem. I'm going to have to put all this up. And some of you that knew exactly how to make the pattern were probably facepalming. But that's okay. So let's go ahead and do this. And we have our great wood rod. Nice. Now, as you can see, we're not exactly running low on the aspects, but they are down from what we had. Alright, so again, 3.15 for each of these because they're a little bit more expensive, but we have our caps. And from here, we should be able to, ta-da, make our wand. Now this one is more efficient and it has a higher capacity. This is nowhere near the top, believe me, but it will allow us to do some nice things. Now, I'm going to actually put this on the wall. Whoa, never mind. That's a lot bigger than I expected it to be. You are going in here. That's more like a staff than a wand. But yeah, anyway. So now I need to go fill this one up, which is going to take me a little bit, but we can do a lot more with this one than we could with the other one. The goal is to make a silver wood one, which is, I believe it holds 100 of each. It might be 75 of each. I'm not sure. I haven't actually been able to do that research just yet. But I want to be able to do that and get some thaumium caps. I might end up sticking with the gold ones though, because I think the thaumium one requires us to make the altar, which I was not planning on getting that far just yet into TholkienCraft. There's some more things that I want to do before we end up going there. That bothers me. But yeah, so I'm going to go fill up this wand, and then we will take a look at some other things. I don't think from here I can actually make the focus. Yeah, it takes 15 and 10, so that's more than I have in my other wand. It also takes some balance shards, which is going to make us use a crucible, which is unfortunate. Like I said, I'm trying to do this very superficially, but I've ended up making like 3 episodes already. Oh, gosh. That's what I get for not wanting to do anything major off camera. But I will be back in a minute and we will go forward. Alrighty, folks. So I have my gold banded Gritwood wand made and all charged up. Alright, so as you can see, it's automatically not only per capacity, but better in the V cost. So this one has 95% and the other was 110%. So, whereas the other one had an extra charge, this one actually has a discount, which is very, very nice. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look in here. Now, what is it that we're wanting to make? The end goal is to be able to use a wand of focus, or a wand of focus, a wand of equal trade, wand focus, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Alright, so to do this, we need to make all this kind of stuff. Alright, so Quicksilver, not a big deal. Balance shards, a little bit more of a deal. Alright, so we're going to need a crucible to do this. And crucibles are not hard to make. That's not what I meant to do. Is it a thaumaturgy? No. Alchemy. There we go. Alright, so this is the crucible right here. And it's really, really easy to make. All you need is cauldron and a wand. And it doesn't matter which wand it is. You can use this one, you can use a basic one. It's kind of like this arcane work table in that it doesn't actually take anything special to do. You just have to click on it. Alright, so do we actually have a cauldron? No. Let's do iron. Now, I don't actually have that much iron, which is kind of surprising. Well, I've got a bunch right there, but... Alright, so let's make a cauldron. And we can put it down. Actually, this is going to be a little bit of a problem. I think this is only one thick, isn't it? Yeah. I'll put that there. Go like this. Oops. Silly me. Alright, so we can't just do... Well, we can do this. But it's not going to be heated. Because, of course, cauldrons need to be heated. As far as what... I think you can power it with a torch. Is that right? We do need a bucket of water, which we need to get from the other room. That's why that room right there is not a good room to be doing all this stuff in. But I don't have a special room set up for it at the moment, so we're just going to have to do. Alright, so we need a bucket. And we have plenty of buckets in here. And actually, let's just go ahead and get several buckets of water. Because I'll end up using them for one thing or another. And it might even be just doing this. Alright, so we can go ahead and put this in here, like so. And it should, if it's actually able to be done by that, a torch, it should work. Let's take a look. Over a constant heat source. So it doesn't say. If it doesn't start bubbling, then we'll know. I know that it would be great. You gonna bubble? It might take a while to bubble doing that. You can also use things like lava, which I don't particularly want to set this whole room on fire. That doesn't seem like a good idea to me. But I'll be back in a second, and if it doesn't start bubbling, then I'll know you can't use a torch. Alright, see you in a second. Alrighty folks, so if you ever need a warning as to why you should be super careful about what mode your pick is in, this is it. Now, it could have been much, much, much worse. But thankfully, it was not. I'll just stick these guys down for now. And I'll fix the rest later. But that shows you exactly why you need to be careful. Alright, so I'm going to get a lava bucket real quick. And actually, I want to be down on the bottom level anyway. So I can go ahead and just do this here. So my goal is not to do anything super fancy at the moment. Well, I guess it's a little fancy. But what I want to do is I know that lava will work. So I want to put this in here. I'm going to wait for it to, well, it should start bubbling. But I need 2 coal and 6 torches. There we go. That's what's supposed to happen. Now, because I want it to be up top, I want to make a couple nitor. And nitor is basically a heat source that you can use, or a light source depending. That's not going to burn everything down. And it will work for the crucible. So I'm going to go ahead and make some of these. Now, it takes 3 Ignis, 3 Lux, and 3 Potentia. You can actually hear it bubbling there. Which I like. Alright, so what I'm going to do is use coal. Alright, so obviously 2 and 2 is not going to be enough. It takes 3 of both of those. But you can go ahead and use 4 and 4. Actually, I need one more piece of... Ooh, 1, 2, 3 is what I wanted to do. You can use 4 and 4, obviously, to go ahead and make it. But if you do that, then you're going to have leftover aspects that are going to be floating around in here. And if you have leftover aspects, eventually it's going to boil down into nothing, and all those aspects are going to release into the air, which is not a good thing. So what I'm going to do, oh, and these have 1 Lux on them each, is I'm going to take these, I'm going to toss them in here, and we can see in there, because I have the goggles on, that I have 6 Lux, 6 Ignis, and 6 Potentia. Now to get these, I just toss in the ingredient that I need to, and nothing is left over. So ideally, you're not going to have anything left over when you finish your recipe, but that is less likely to happen than you would want. So here is the catalyst right here. I know that it's glowstone that I need. And from there, I can go ahead and get rid of this. Okay, good. I was hoping it wouldn't burn up. And I can go upstairs and I'll put down my nitor. Isn't that pretty? I love nitor. And we can go ahead and fill that up with a bucket of water. And it'll work just fine. Water bucket. Good. And that should start bubbling almost immediately, just like it did for the lava. There we go. Alright, so we have an extra nitor. I will use that. I have no doubt of that. But I'm going to go ahead and toss this stuff back in here. Unfortunately, these torches don't work for that. A bunch of the modded stuff just doesn't work in giving you aspects. A bunch of it does, but a bunch of it doesn't. Alright, so what was it that we needed to do with the crucible? We needed to make... I don't know. What did we need me to make? We needed to make balance shards. So, these take 2 air, 2 fire, 2 water, 2 ordo. It's shifting. I think it needs 2 of 5 aspects. Yeah, 2 of the 5 aspects. So let me go ahead and get that together. Another way that you can do this actually is shard. We've got all of these shards in here. We've got order shards, and I haven't scanned any of these. Shards are actually something you should scan pretty early on. So you can see the order shard has 1 magic, 1 Percantio, 2 order, and 1 Victus. So I could use that for what I'm doing, but it's not the best idea because of course I'm going to have leftover ingredients. So I'm going to find an easy way to get what we need, and then I will be back. Alright folks, so with what I've decided to do, the mess that I made with my pickaxe actually is going to work out. Alright, so I figure I'll be intentionally messy, and I'll take all of this stuff and just dump it in there. Alright, so what are we going to need as a catalyst, though? Alright, so equal trade. Oh, we actually needed our workbench. Oh, oops. Hey, pretend you didn't see that. Alright, so we just need any sort of shard, so that's not going to be a big deal. Alright, so shard. And I have the most of Ordo, so that's just what I'll use. Alright, so let's go ahead and just dump this stuff in. Alright, so obviously we have what we need, but we also have a lot of extra crap in there. Alright, so we've got the 4 that we needed out of there, but look at all the other stuff that we have in there. Well, it's going to decay over time, but let's just go ahead and empty it. Is it shift right click? Yeah. Alright, so it made all kinds of gunk that are just going to float up there and cause problems and look gross, and actually looks kind of cool, but yeah. So you can block this stuff off. It isn't the end of the world, but just realize that you're going to make a mess, and if you make enough of a mess, then it's going to actually have some repercussions that come along with it. So we have our balance shards, so that means that we can go ahead and take a look in here and put that in there. For some reason it didn't stick the first time. These are going to go around the outside, but obviously I need a few more things to put in here. Alright, so I need Quicksilver, I need 4 nether quartz. Alright, so I should have some Quicksilver in here. Do I not? Do I really not? I don't. Well, I'm going to have to find some. But I can do that. And I don't think I can actually make it from anything, right? Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, Shimmer Leaf. Oh, I can make it from Cinnabar. That's right. Okay, so let me do that real quick then. Because I don't want to... Do I have any Shimmer Leaf? Oh, are these all shimmering? Yes, I have some Shimmer Leaf, but I don't want to waste it. I thought I might. Alright, so... I'm going to take some Cinnabar, and I'm going to go smelt it very quickly. All this stuff in here should be working. Yeah, we've got our pulverizers running. So I need to upgrade these. Oh, I do have them upgraded, but I have them upgraded with the augments. That's why they're so slow. Got stuff smelting over here. There we go. And this should all be running as well. Work. Why are you not working? I need to take a look at that and figure out why these aren't running like they should be. Because they should be running. Huh. That is really, really strange. I don't understand. Alright, so I'll check that out later and do it off camera. But I need to go ahead and put these in here, and I should get Quicksilver. Awesome. Alright, and then we'll go back in the other room and see. Alright, wrong one. Put that there, and then like that. And we get our wand focus. Now, I don't have one that I can really use all that much for, which is a bit unfortunate. Now, I know how to use... I'm trying to remember exactly how I do it without the bag of holding. I know how to do it with that, but I can't remember how to use it. Do I right click on it? Oh, click. Ah. Alright, fine. I'll just make a bag. I see how it is. Alright, so focus pouch. Actually, this one's not bad. Do I have a mundane belt? I probably do from all those bags I opened. Yes, I do. Mundane belt. Awesome. We needed 4 leather. I've got a lot because I've been slaughtering cows in a spawner over there. And what else did we need? A golden ingot and an extra leather. There we go. And a piece of gold. Cool. Thankfully I have enough in here to do this. I'm good at counting. I really am. Really good at counting. Alright, there we go. Focus pouch. And then I can put the focus in here. And you can obviously hold up a bunch of them. So, alright, so from here, I should be able to... Oh, you know what? I think I was pressing the wrong key. Instead of shift clicking, I should have been hitting V, I think is what I have my hotkey set to. Yeah, there we go. So there we have it equipped. And from here, let's go ahead and do a bunch of this. Now, I don't think I'm going to have enough V in here to really do much, but I can show you exactly what it does and how awesome it is. Still need to do the doorway for this thing, but that's all right. So if I shift right click, you can see in the top left hand corner I have stone selected. And because I have stone in my inventory, isn't that awesome? The best thing ever. And it actually doesn't use up that much V. But as you can imagine, it's actually putting all this stuff in my inventory and trading it out. Like I have the coal here, here's the gravel, some flint that I picked up. But this makes cleaning up the walls so much quicker than it otherwise would be. I hope you would agree. But yeah, I've been wanting to do this for quite a while because it makes things so much easier. I don't have to mine all this stuff up. I don't have to replace it. I'll have to have a lot of things happen. But yeah. See, wasn't it worth doing all that for? And it actually wasn't. Alright, so I'm out of stone. I actually ran out of stone before I ran out of V, which I figured it was actually going to be the other way around. But if you combine that with, say, an ender pouch or something that links back into the system, obviously it's going to make for some very, very quick cleaning up, because obviously I'm not done, but doesn't that look so much better and so much cleaner than having dirt and everything everywhere? So, yeah. Alright, so I will be back in just a minute, and we will go from there. Alright, so I'll see you in a second. Alright folks, so I think I'm actually going to wrap it up here because this is a really good stopping point, and if I start on something else, then I'm probably going to run over again. Actually, I know I'm going to run over again. Alrighty, so we're going to call it here, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm considering whether I should go on a little bit further with TolkienCraft or not. We'll see. I'll have to make a decision on that one. I would like to have some aura nodes around here that I can easily just recharge with. That would be really nice. But like I said, we'll see. And we'll find out next time exactly what I decide. Alright? So until then, I hope you all have a wonderful day.